Hey there, welcome to the video. Now, if you're here, you're probably already curious about making money online, and you've likely seen that it's completely possible to earn an income by creating simple books on Amazon KDP. Now, what's fantastic about this business is that it's constantly growing and more people are realizing the enormous potential of self-publishing. Now, think about it. You have low startup costs, the ability to work from home or anywhere, and Amazon is going to take care of everything from printing, shipping, and even customer service. It's really a pretty compelling opportunity, especially if you're a beginner looking to break into the world of online income. Now, if you're new here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. So here's where most beginners get stuck. They don't know what to sell, they question if it'll actually work, and they're not sure where to start. And with Q4 fast approaching, it's really the perfect time to dive into this business. There are endless possibilities. You have seasonal journals, holiday themed coloring books, you have planners, gift log books, activity books, and so on and so forth. So today I'll be walking through 5 specific niches that have low competition and high demand. And these are the ones that you're going to want to jump on right now if you're serious about capitalizing on this holiday season. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Now, as you're following along, you might wonder, how do I come up with these niches? Well, I'm looking for 3 specific things. Number 1, I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me the competition is not so high. Number 2, I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are already selling. So that means that there's some type of demand for this niche. And number 3, I'm looking for a niche score that's provided by the plugin that I'm using that has a score of 50 and higher. Now, the first niche we have is the joke book for kids niche. And we can see the total results are 5,645. So this is actually a lot more than the 1,000 that I'm looking for, but don't worry, I got you covered. Let's just go through this niche because this is really a powerful niche to begin with. So if we look at some of these books, we have this book right here that's ranking in at 20,000. So that's one book that's doing very well. We have this book right here ranking in at 459. That is a very, very low. And then we have these 2 books right here, both independently published. This one is 3,000 and this one is just under 10,000 BSR. The one right next to it is 32,000. And so there's just a lot of books here that are selling really, really well. And with a niche score of 54, that's above the 50 that I'm looking for. I just wanted to show you how potentially profitable this niche is. But in order to give you a better chance at ranking your book on the first page of Amazon, I've gone ahead and done the research and I've come up with this. And that would be the kid joke books, ages 5 to 8. As you see with the total results, it's still a little bit high. It has 1,985, but that is a lot better than the previous one. And for me, as long as I see a 1 right here, it's actually good enough to try and to enter. And so this one actually passes my first step. And if we go through some of the books here to try to see if there's 3 books that all have a BSR of 300,000 and below, we're going to see very similar books as the previous niche. This book is 459. This book is 3,734. This book is 13,870. 32,000, very similar books, 79,000. So there's a lot of demand for this niche as well. And with a niche score of 72, well above the 50 that I'm looking for, this is what I suggest you to use if you're entering this niche. And so if we go ahead and look at one of these books, we can see this one right here has a ranking of 459. So that's extremely, extremely, extremely low. And if we open up this sample, we can see how simple this book is. It is quite literally just a bunch of would you rather questions. So this one's, would you rather live in a kangaroo's pocket or have a pocket on your belly to keep a tiny kangaroo in? So this is actually something, if you wanted to create this book, that you could use AI for to aid you in creating these would you rather questions. And then right over here, we can see the paperback is $9.99. They also offer it in hardcover as well as spiral bound. If we take a look at this BSR graph, let's just go for the past year. We can see the ups and downs of this book. Now keep in mind, this is taking in 1,400 BSR all the way down to probably 0 right here. So even though there's a lot of ups and downs here, if I went all time, we'll probably just see a condensed line. And as we can see right here, that's exactly what we're seeing. But if we go back to 1 year, we can see the ups and downs. But all in all, we can see this book is very, very popular. So popular, in fact, that this book makes about 250 sales per day, which is about 7,500 sales per month. And if we add the royalty calculator, we can see that it makes about $854 per day, which is about $25,000 per month. The next niche is the word search activity book. And we can see right away total results over 64,000 results. This is insanely high. But obviously this niche is here for a reason, because I wanted to show you just how lucrative this niche is. We're going to see a bunch of books here that all have a very, very good BSR. This book right here, 2,000, 8,000, 15,000. And keep in mind, look, this already says 2024 autumn word search. So this one is already taking advantage of the sales right now going into Q4. This book is just going to do a lot better in the coming weeks. 8,000, 5,000. So we can see there's a lot of demand here. But once again, we have to do something called niching down, or finding a sub niche to find something that's a little bit more suitable to our liking, so we can get these results down a little bit. So niching down, I found word search activity book for kids ages 6 to 12. We can see right away total results 764. So this is going to be way, way, way less competitive, and you're probably going to have a good chance at finding your book on the first page of Amazon here. We can see right away the niche score of 53. That's above the 50 that I'm looking for. So that's 2 out of 2 so far. Now we have to go through here really quick to see if there's 3 books that have a BSR of 300,000 or below. This book right here is 281,000, 117,000, 27,000. So that's already 3 books, but I see a lot more books here. 133,000, 57,000, 12,000, 33,000. So there's just a lot of demand still for this specific niche. So this is the one that I suggest to go with right here. So if we take a look at this book, it has a ranking of 11,667. Very, very good. It's priced at $7.99. And if we look at the sample, we can see this is what the interior looks like. It's a very simple word search with the words to find and one picture here to represent the word search. Very, very simple. It's actually very easy to put this together. If you want to learn how to create a word search to be able to put up onto Amazon KDP and start making money, go ahead and click on the card somewhere on this video so you can learn how to create this type of book. So with a bestsellers rank of 11,667, we see this book makes about 22 sales per day, which is about 660 books per month. Add that royalty calculator, we see it's $58 per day and about $1,745 per month. The next niche is the maze activity book. And right away, we're gonna see a very similar thing to the previous niches. This niche has a total results of 6,143. So that's above the 1,000 or so that I'm looking for. But like with the previous niches, I have you covered. So give me a second. Let's just look at all of the books that are doing well in this niche. This one is at 18,000, 11,000, 24,000, 69,000, 25,000. So we can see there's a lot of demand for this niche, and with a niche score of 60, that's above the 50 that I'm looking for. So we really just have to work on lowering these results. So I found maze activity book for kids ages 4 to 10. We see right away total results is 841. So that's below the 1,000 or so that I'm looking for. So that is very, very good. Right away, the niche score of 53 is above the 50 that I'm looking for. So now it's looking even better. And then let's look at some of these books. This is the same book as the other niche. This one's at 18,000, 53,000, 20,000, 68,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of these books. So this book has a BSR of 18,000 and is priced at $9.99. If we go ahead and take a look at the sample, we can see this is the type of maze that's in this book. There's this type of maze. We have another type of maze right here. And on the back cover, even more types of mazes. Now, if you're interested in making these types of books, go ahead and click somewhere on the screen. I did a full tutorial on how to do this. So if you're interested, go ahead and give that a watch after this video. Now, the book that we just saw makes about 15 sales per day, which is about 450 books per month. And if we add in the royalty calculator, that's about $56 per day and about $1,704 per month. Now, the next niche we have is the interesting facts book niche. And like the other niches, you're starting to see a little pattern. The total results is actually quite high. This one's at 38,000. And the niche score here is even pretty low at 32. But as I was looking through this first page, I saw a lot of books that were doing well. So I really believe this niche has a lot of potential. For example, this book right here is ranking in at 16,000. This one's at 50,000. This one is at 3,488. Very, very low. And this one's at 40,000. So we can see there's a lot of demand for this niche. But let's go ahead and niche down to try to find something a little bit less than 38,000. So this is what I found. I found interesting facts book for kids 7 to 11. So this is just basically for kids ages 7 to 11. We can see about 1,000 results, 1,647. So a lot better than the previous niche. It has a niche score of 80, which is well above the 50 that I'm looking for. And if we take a scroll down the first page, we're going to see very similar books to the previous niche. This one right here, 3,488. Now keep in mind, this niche is a little bit more advanced. I would consider it more of a high content book because there's going to be a lot more words in this type of book. But creating this type of high content book is just going to mean that your competitors are going to have a harder time copying your book, which is why we tend to go for more higher content books as we get better with KDP. This book right here, 1,559 with the bestsellers badge. And this one at 152,000. So there's a lot of demand for this niche. Let's go ahead and look at one of these books. So a couple things with this book. It has a ranking of 3,488 and has the #1 bestsellers badge, which is really helping boost its sales. We can see the paperback version is $13.38, but that is because there's over 200 pages in this book. Now, if we take a look at the sample, we can see it starts out with a question and then the answer, and then there are words right here. And then the same thing, question and an answer. And so this is a very simple book, but yes, there are a lot more words. With a little bit of time and effort, you could for sure make this type of book. And like I said, if you're able to create a higher content type of book, it just means that your competitors will have a harder time trying to copy because it is a lot harder to make. So this book makes about 58 sales per day, which is about 1,740 books per month. Add that royalty calculator, that's about $259 per day, which is about $7,791 per month. Now, the last niche that we have for today is the Sudoku puzzle book. As we can see, total results are quite high at 8,000. It has a niche score of 66, which is really good. And if we do a scan through the first page here, we can see this book is ranking in at 855, very, very low. This book is 2,471, another great BSR. This book, 8,000, 28,000, 14,000, 43,000, 68,000, 33,000. So we're seeing a lot of good ranking books here on the first page. So we got to work on this niche right here to either niche down or find a sub niche that will work a little bit better than this 8,000 right here. So here you go. It's the large print easy Sudoku puzzle book for seniors. We can see total results just above 1,000. So that's very, very good. We can see a niche score of 57, which is above the 50 that I'm looking for. And let's take a scroll down the first page here. This one's at 43,000, 77,000, 69,000, 241,000. So we already have enough demand in this niche, but let's go look at some more of these books. We have 30,000, 33,000, 138,000, 80,000, 54,000, 119,000. So we're seeing a lot of books that are selling very, very well. And with just about over 1,000 search results, you're gonna have a better time ranking your book on the first page of Amazon if you go ahead and use this keyword and this niche. So go ahead and feel free to do that. Let's take a look at this book right here. It has a ranking of 855 and the #1 bestsellers badge right there. Price pretty low at $4.95, which can also contribute to why the ranking is so low and why it has a #1 bestsellers badge. Let's go ahead and read the sample. And here it is, just a bunch of Sudoku puzzles that the customer can go through. Pretty straightforward. I've actually done a video on this. So if you want to learn how to make a Sudoku book that you can upload onto KDP and start making money right now, go ahead and click somewhere on the screen for that video. And we can see with the bestsellers rank of 855, this book is making about 164 sales per day, which is just under 5,000 sales per month. Let's add that royalty calculator. That's about $119 per day and $3,581 per month. Now, if you want more things to help you with your KDP journey, I'm talking interiors, keywords, and more, go ahead and check my Gumroad shop. The link is down in the description. Well, there you have it. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully you're able to implement it into your low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.